Start the recording. 25th, Merry Christmas. How does it get any better than this? We are all here for Merry Christmas and wanting to receive and easily. Is it possible? Everything that doesn't allow that would be willing to destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all night shows, boys, pervads, and beyonds. So, hi, Angela.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. मैं भूल ही गई बताओ.
कैसे भूल गई तू? How did you forget it? You can't forget something like that.
I just got up actually. I was very late. Had gone for a dinner. तो उठते ही अभी ध्यान नहीं आया क्या
चलो हमने आपको याद दिला दिया.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of
Merry
you.
Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So today's topic is ease with receiving. And all the DJCCs and all the best juniors that we function from would be willing to destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nice shows, boys, poads, and beyonds. So come out with your questions. What is easy? What is ease? What is receiving? Everyone who's still sleeping, can we wake them up? So what is easy? Quiet क्यों हो जाते हैं सारे? There should be 4 people are there. There should be 4 questions.
Yeah. So, right, let me ask. Receiving is just receiving of things, as in the tangible ones, or anything. I mean, like judgments or.
You're defining tangible and this and that.
So, what exactly is receiving?
What exactly is it? What exactly is receiving? Nobody ever told us, right? And now you're asking me.
Who else?
Well. Come on. Who's going to tell us what is receiving? What? So what is receiving, guys?
कमल आप बताओ ना प्लीज.
ये क्या मतलब हुआ? मैंने बता दिया तो फिर वो डेफिनेशन हो जाएगी, वो तो फिर आप बाय कर लोगे, फिर आप कहोगे यही रिसीविंग है. क्लोज योर आईज. आस्क योरसेल्फ व्हाट इज रिसीविंग फॉर यू. Receiving we don't do well, I know that. And here also we are not doing well. You know, Gary says that one place in which you have to receive on this planet, that you don't, you will not, you have so much of judgment about, is sex. So I'll ask you a question, a weird one. Are you willing to receive sex?
No.
Even from your husband?
Yeah, I mean,
You have
I'm
lots
not
of
willing to
points of
receive it.
views. ऐसे करेगा तो
Yes.
फिर ऐसे नहीं करेगा तो
नहीं मतलब ऐसे वैसे but yeah, I am not comfortable with.
Yeah. So whose reality are you living? Bodies like to be touched, kissed. Still we avoid this so much. Whose reality are we living? You want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to walk tall, you want everybody to notice you. You want to be that energy where everybody notices you, admires you, looks at you. And yet, you contract when somebody looks at you because you are aware of the judgment going around. Isn't it diminishment of what you are willing to receive?
Yeah, conditional हो गया ना वो.
So, how many points of view do you have? Who would you like to have sex with? I will never have sex with women. I will never have sex with men. Men would say that. Or I will never have sex with a different religion or black or white or everything that brings up. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pod, all nice shots, boys, pervads, and beyond.
So when you say that I'm willing to have sex with this, that, and all, so that means when I or whosoever says that I'm not willing to have sex with A, B, C, D, E, F, we have cut off our receiving from those things or people.
Totally. And anybody that matches that energy. And access is time and again, pushing us towards receiving. Because we don't do that so well on the planet, none of us. We cut off our receiving like drop of a hat. Because of all the judgments, because of all the points of view, because of all what we've heard and seen around. Everything that brings up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, bud, all nice shots, boys, pervads, and beyonds. We have always have barriers to receiving. We have it has to go through वो क्या कहते हैं tough filters that we have put the objects. It's an obstacle race. कौन पहुंचता है एंड पे रिसीव करने के लिए? वही सिकंदर है.
So so जब कमल हम कहते हैं ना I'm willing to have sex with A or B, so how do we
It's not about
push our back?
it's not about willing to have sex with everybody. It's about having no point of view about having sex with them. It's not, Access doesn't say go and have sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. No.
Yeah, willing as in energetically. I mean, I'm
energetically, that you have no point of view. You don't have to go and do it, but you have no point of view about it. It doesn't bring up a charge. You don't have any defenses. You don't have any barriers.
Usually, to this word only brings so much of charge.
Really. Money and sexuality. Two are the things that we want the most, we shun the most. We are not willing to be vulnerable also, no? Vulnerable is to never put up barriers to receive, to perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving anything from anybody or any place. How often are we willing to do that? How often are we willing to? No, I mean, willing क्या है? पॉकेट बहुत सारा चेंज करना पड़ेगा, बहुत सारा choices, different choices at different times, different stopping different thoughts that are running.
हाँ, आप ठीक कह रहे हो. It's huge. I remember I was in an organization and there was this lady who was very free with men. तो उसको काफी business मिलता था. She was an astrologer. So, I had even everybody, including me, had so many point of views. Uh, कैसे वो काम लेती है, whatever, whatever. और कभी कोई आपके पास जनरली भी मैं ऐसा करती थी कि कभी कोई जनरली भी बहुत फ्री होने की
यार
कोशिश करता
अपनी
है तो भी
शक्ल दिखा दो जब
मैं
बात,
अभी बस
जब
अभी
बात
दिखाती
करो
हूँ तो
तब तो दिखा दो ना. आई मीन सब आई
मैं
एम जस्ट लुकिंग एट नेम्स, नॉट फन.
सो सॉरी एक सेकेंड मैं बस अभी उठी थी एक सेकेंड रुकिए हाँ या मैंने फेस भी वॉश नहीं किया था अभी ना
सो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, तेरा फेस
नहीं नहीं वैसे
बहुत सुंदर है.
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता नहीं आई रिसीव इट टोटली नाउ तो सो आई हैड सो मेनी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज देयर ना कि कोई ज्यादा फ्री भी होने की कोशिश करता है तो आई थिंक वी ऑल हैव दैट कि इसका इंटेंट कैसा है एंड वी जस्ट पुट अ बैरियर देयर सो वो भी बहुत ह्यूज बैरियर होता है
We actually, we are infinite beings, right? And we love all that what I just said. We love being looked at, and we love to dress up, and we love people to see us, admire us, and everything. That is so natural to us. We actually have to force ourselves to not be and receive the vibration, the generative vibration, the creative vibration, the fun vibration of creative energy, generative energy, and that includes money. We are so good at rejecting. We are so good at rejecting people. We are so good at rejecting money. We are so good at rejecting everything that comes our way. It has to come through filters. कोई है ऐसी चीज जो आए तो आपको लगे और मैं कर लूं. मैं तो कर लेती हूँ कई चीजें, बट आप बताओ, इनमें आप में से जो भी आप यहाँ हो, आप बताओ, हाउ ऑफन यू जस्ट impromptu choose things and just go for it just because it seems fun. If you are so rejecting everything and everything has to come to you through filters, how good you could be at receiving money or receiving anything? Almost never. Yes, almost never. You're so right. We have taught from this day one, a child is taught, a child will go to anybody and say, no, इसके पास नहीं जाना, किसी से लेके खाना नहीं है. We are such a fearful society. I remember America people was, अब कुछ बदला है. This time I noticed it had changed a little, that people were willing for you to look at. I remember the first time I went, and I heard before that you don't look directly at somebody, even at children. You couldn't pet a child in a park. You couldn't smile at a child in a park. At a shopping center, they say, फटाफट शीशे ऊपर करके लॉक कर लो गाड़ी. All these things take you away from being knowing, perceiving, and receiving. Everything that brought up, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, padonna, short, boys, pervads, and beyond. An infinite being has access to everything. It is aware. He or she is aware of everything. Yet, we buy into this reality and stop our receiving. For what reason? Every way we've chosen to do that. Is now the time to choose something different, guys? Is the now the time to choose from lightness and heavy, rather than going into your head and figuring it out and filtering it out? And receiving everything, have you decided that receiving everything is going to be too much? Too much to have, too much to handle, too much to be? Everything that brought up, would you be willing to destroy and uncare it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, padonna, short, boys, pervads, and beyond.
So when you were talking about receiving everything, it was like as if, washing away your identity. Too much coming your way कि आप तो कुछ हो ही नहीं है, washed off totally.
आप हो तभी आपके तरफ कुछ आ रहा है. आपने अपने आप को डिमिनिश किया हुआ है तो कुछ अट्रैक्ट ही नहीं होता, कुछ आता ही नहीं है आपकी तरफ. आपने वॉल्स बिल्ड की हुई है, डिफेंसेस क्रिएट करे हुए हैं, बैरियर्स उठाए हुए हैं. You want to get to the simultaneity of gifting and receiving. Not from I have to give this to get this. I don't want to give this. You will not get that. How much will you allow yourself to receive? How much would you allow yourself to gift? How often do you gift just for the sake of gifting? Or you have to have all the filters, isko isliye, isko aise, isko waise. I remember the first time my sisters came to my house after I got married. I was like crazy. Oh, ye bhi le do, wo bhi kar do, aise bhi kar do, wo bhi kar do. And somebody was very close living to me and said, कमल जब वो जाएंगे ना एक बड़ा सा गिफ्ट दे देना, वो काउंट करेगा, ये सब कुछ काउंट नहीं करेगा. I nearly bought into that. I mean, I would have cut off all my joy and receiving and gifting simultaneously. And that those 1 week that stayed with me, to stop that, to give them just one gift. Which big one that they will remember? Who says they will not remember every moment of it?
On the contrary, the small moments one always.
Yeah, but where have we learned this from? The purpose is to let that connection flower. I don't think there's any purpose. It's just to bring you. in every moment. And at that moment, spur of the moment, who you are is just present yourself as that. Who is a walkie-talkie receiving and gifting person. Hi.
Hi. Made it today.
Yeah,
Good morning.
awesome. Awesome. Lovely to have you.
Hi, Angela.
So we were talking about
Hi, good morning.
receiving with ease.
Kamal,
Yes.
we are talking about gifting also. So, in this reality, at times it happens that you gift and people don't receive. So, what energy to be
So
then?
there could be lots of things. Are you gifting from obligation, or are you gifting from the joy of it? One.
From the joy.
One. Second, are they receiving from, like I used to, I'm being vulnerable. I used to be, oh, itna de gaye hai, kyun de gaye hai, ab mujhe dena padega. I have even gone and found out how much that thing was for, to slap them back with the same amount of thing. That's how this reality functions. And if that person is from like what I was, would she receive what you want to give?
So, I'll tell, can I share one small
Yeah,
incident?
please.
So, yesterday only it happened. Like, I told you, my bhabhi just came from the hospital. So, I just went and I just hugged her out of love. So, that was gift, right? And she had those barriers, touch me not. So I came from the energy. I said, अच्छे से जफ्फी डाल के मिलाकर. तो मेरा कोई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू नहीं था उसको ना नीचे दिखाना. सो आई जस्ट हैड दिस थिंग कि क्यों नहीं मिल सकते हम इस तरह से हक करके. तो अब आपका कोई भी गिफ्ट, चाहे वो कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट हो, अगर रिजेक्ट होता, सो देन व्हाट?
Reject hota, तो then, I mean, first ask. You have to honor the other person too. You what you want to give, the other person might not be able to receive. So what, like we say what the other person is willing to hear. Exactly, gift what the other person is willing to receive. So ask your motive, your assumed point of views, and your assumptions, or your motive behind it. What are you? Do you want this relationship to work the way you want it to work? What if it doesn't never works the way you want it to work? Then what will happen? Are you willing to lose?
That's heavy.
Yeah, I remember this used to be with my bhabhi, but I went and I started doing these modalities and started being so, like, I love that line we have in bars saying that you were having so much of fun that you didn't notice people judging you. So I didn't even please anybody or her, or I'm just being different, not different in energy wise, just being myself, I would say. And now the relationship is so beautiful. Did I do anything? Nothing. I didn't do it. In fact, I didn't do anything. What if you didn't have to do anything? Because your life runs around your brother and bhabhi.
या अभी तो कम हो गया काफी, थैंक्स टू यू. सो या वही मैं देख रही थी कि कल व्हाट आई डिड वाज आउट ऑफ जॉय बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू डू दैट. नो पॉइंट
Yeah,
ऑफ व्यू.
because you
आई
wanted to
जस्ट
do that.
या.
So was it superiority?
नो
When
नो
I
नो
want to
इट
do
वाज.
anything and the other person I know is not going to receive it, where are we coming from? Neera wants to say something.
You finish, Kanwal, you were speaking, then I'll
I
talk.
just want to say one line. You're giving everything, and you're receiving nothing. Is that what you want to live from? Yes, Neera, go for it.
such a beautiful energy. So, I also went through this, and I like to share this personal story of mine quickly. There was a period in my life, my first two grandchildren, I mean, whatever reason, were not wishing me in the morning, calling me out. I would do all the effort and all until I got it. So what did I want? So the secret agenda was, oh, they are my grandchildren. उनको मेरे को good morning बोलना चाहिए, खुद आना चाहिए, या whatever. Okay, then I sat with myself and I asked myself, what about saying, have I said good morning to myself? So what do I want? I want someone to return a good morning, right? I want someone to return a hug. So let's get to that, okay? So do that. Have you hugged yourself? Have you said good morning to yourself? And every morning I did that for years, maybe months, I don't remember. And my grandchildren come and hug me. Now, not that I was looking for that conclusion. मैं भूल ही गई, मैं इतनी मस्त हो गई अपने आप में कि why? And of course, you can always have the universe that what is it that I only want that thing from one or two people only? Hug, दो लोगों से चाहिए प्यार, दो, अरे पूरी दुनिया खुली है. And then what I created a lot of children, my grandchildren's age, who would come and hug me. So why from those two people only? Puri dunya bhari hui hai. So I just want to share that
That's so beautiful. That's so when you give all the time, when you give yourself away, you are unwilling to receive.
okay.
Doesn't work, can't work. That's the limitation you create when you do it from a place of doing, from a place that becomes pushing, and that becomes force.
And expect.
Be. Yeah, Neera, thank you so much. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just
Thank
let it
you,
go.
both of you.
Do you want to be the bad sister-in-law? Are you willing to be the bad sister-in-law?
Okay, I was not willing actually.
I became the bad sister-in-law. I also said things like, मेरे को यहाँ छोड़ दोगे industrial area. I was coming to 17. I said, no, I think you should take a cab. We are going to 17. Otherwise, I would go all the way, drop them and uncrave. इतनी नहीं ले सकते वहाँ, मैं वापस जाऊँ आऊँ, मेरा time waste होगा, मैं ऐसे ही हूँ. फिर वो कहानी में. So I was not willing to receive.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, so beautiful.
You
Ajay,
become
you
what the others want from you. You are not. You lost yourself.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yes, Nippy, you want to say something?
Nippy, you want to
ये
say?
अपनी शक्ल तभी दिखाती है.
नहीं, मैं तो कल जो अचार बनाया था ना, अब उसकी वो पका रही हूँ, वो सिर्फ उसका. So I'm enjoying that, doing cooking after long time.
अपने कमरे में कैसे कर रही है?
आ गई थी कमरे में जरा, तो मैंने कहा चलो वो करते हैं.
Okay.
किचन में ही. तो आई वाज सेइंग कि दूसरे को ये एनर्जी ना, पता नहीं कहाँ से पता भी लग जाती है कि इनको मेरे से ये प्यार चाहिए, ये एक्नॉलेजमेंट चाहिए,
आपको नहीं लगती? पता लग
हाँ.
जाती. उसको भी पता लग जाती है.
वो सटल कहीं से, और फिर जब वो पता लगती है, फिर वो इतना भाव खाता है बंदा, पूछो मत.
बिल्कुल. आन दे, देखा, अब दिखाऊंगी मैं.
हाँ,
आन दे.
Yes, thank you, Nippy, thank you so much. हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक है, क्योंकि आप, वही बात होती है कि आप जितना पास जाते हो, बंदा उतना दूर जाता है. और
बिल्कुल. Your needy energy.
Yes.
That people can bow, that people can recognize that, and people you run away from needy energy, don't you? So if you flow energy out, can your life get greater? No. You cannot be fulfilled because you're not receiving anything. You're just gifting. You're giving everything away. You're receiving nothing. Oh, what contribution is this relationship to me? Is it simultaneity of gifting and receiving? Fuck it. Why do I bother? Why do you bother? Because I love my brother. I don't want to leave him. I'm the only one. Like Neera said, there are many people around who are willing to gift to you, to hug you, to be with you. You're amazing. They receive so much from you. But I want to receive only from one person.
हाँ, एक चीज और आई ध्यान में,
Hmm.
तो वो ये आया
Yeah, your hand is
कि
still up. You want to still say something?
नहीं, I lost my trail of thought in all
So that's
this.
okay. That's
जब
okay.
आएगा तो मैं नीचे कर लेती हूँ.
Yeah. हाँ, बोलो निपिन.
बस इंजला के लिए शेयर करना ध्यान आया कि कई बार ना इस चीज को बहुत टाइम लग जाता है, 2-4 साल भी लग जाते हैं कि दूसरा मेरी एनर्जी जब तक एकदम सही होती है, फिर वो बंदे, जैसे मैं शेयर कर रही हूँ कि मेरी सिस्टर के साथ कुछ था बीच में, गड़बड़ एनर्जी थी, और मैं वही कि किसी तरह उसको मना लूं, प्लीज कर लूं वाले ही मेरी एनर्जी चल रही थी, और वो भाव खा रही थी। और अभी पीछे फिर मैं बहुत बस काफी प्रेयर कर ली या कुछ भी कह के छोड़ दिया, एंड स्टिल आई वाज डूइंग व्हाटएवर माय लिटिल बिट, 15-20 दिन, महीने में कभी मैंने कॉल कर ली, कभी उसने कर ली। अब ये है कि पीछे जो कॉल लास्ट वीक कॉल हुई है, मतलब ऐसे था, बोथ नन ऑफ अस वांटेड टू कीप द फोन डाउन, इवन व्हेन वी वर नॉट टॉकिंग, लग रहा था कि वो रहे, यू नो, ऑन दैट,
Because
and
you're contributing just by calling.
yeah,
You have changed the energy just by calling.
and just by being yourself, you know,
Just
वो
by
बस उसको भी परमिशन दिया, और उसको दिख गया कि अब ये नहीं मेरे पीछे आने वाली, चाहे मैं इसको साला पूछूं, you know.
yeah. And cognitively नहीं होता ये.
हाँ, yeah.
So true. याद आ गया.
The reality is that we have access to all energies of the universe. If you're being and receiving all of them, you have no lack. You have no lack in your life, and you will know exactly what to say, when to be where, how to be, and you're not, if there's no lack in energy, then everything would just work like magic. Willing to receive all energies. Unconsciousness would never be there, would never have an access to your being. You were always present. Yes, Neera.
Yeah, so like you just said, itni awarenesses aa rahi hai. Thank you so much, Kanwal, for opening up this conversation. And thank you, Angela, for that question. Is that, so for me, I was running away from the energy of rejection. So that was what it came to me, like rejection. Main aage wo reject, main aage wo reject. Are you not reject? Just question yourself. Where am I rejecting myself? Where am I hiding? So all that, those, when you apply to yourself, they come up. They're a gift to you. My grandchildren were a gift to me, big time gift, because I had a fixed point of view. I had a very very deeply embedded fixed point of view कि प्यार उनसे ही मिलना है. अरे पूरी दुनिया is an oyster. Just pick up the people, and those people will come to you like a magnet. Giving you the love that even more than you've ever imagined. मेरे साथ वो हो गया. Of course, there was more to it, but anyways, I just wanted to add this, that
No,
it is
that's so beautiful.
we have to,
We are
we have
rejecting
to
ourselves.
ask ourselves. We have to ask ourselves, is it,
We are rejecting
is
us.
it reject? Yeah. So am I rejecting myself? सीधा वहां से यहाँ ले आओ. That's the best thing. Just turn it over.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
Ranjana.
so much.
Fiza,
Opened up
hi,
so much.
Fiza.
So nice to be.
All those people who are not showing themselves, do you know you are not good at receiving? Rupal, hi.
Hi, Kanwal. All dark this side.
Yeah. So, if you are good at receiving, it will become easy. There is no easy way of receiving. There's only receiving, that you have it easy or you have it tough. Your choice.
याद आ गया, share कर लो.
Please.
So if everything is energy, then it cannot be destroyed, it cannot be created. It all stays here. So using that simple tool of nature, whenever I thought of my grandchildren, I'm just taking that example because that's uppermost and could contribute, or XYZ, whoever's not responding or receiving your. So whenever that I perceive them, I would send them energy, love energy. That's it. I didn't define it. से तो वो तो कभी लूज नहीं हुई ना, वो तो थी all around. And when it was time, it came back to me thousandfold. So the energy will never go if you have that sort of a contributive energy. It's there. उस time maybe the response नहीं है, or maybe इस lifetime में भी नहीं होगी. की फर्क पैंदा है, you know. And also be willing to be like so beautiful. You said, Kaval, the worst sister-in-law, the worst grandmother, the worst mother, the worst sister, because हम उसी से डरते हैं. How can I be the worst thing? Subconsciously वही चल रहा होता है. We want to be the best, right mother, right perfect parenting, perfect whatever grandparenting. जाने दो. Suppose everything you did, just a supposition, everything you did right now is wrong. Everything. है ही गलत. फिर क्या सही और क्या गलत?
Exactly. Let's give Fiza some energy. She's not well.
Yes. Okay.
So, Fiza, here comes. Get up after this call. I want you running in the house. All that your sweet, dear, adorable body requires. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys, receiving is not getting money or getting things or getting hugs. Receiving is the awareness of everything around you. And that you can only have when you're present. When you're going in that story, इसने ये नहीं कहा, इसने वो नहीं कहा, मैंने ऐसे करा था, उसने वो नहीं करा. Are you receiving? Good, bad, and the ugly. True receiving is the ability to perceive, know, be, and receive. Everything without a point of view. Everything. Acha, that's interesting. I gave her a hug and she didn't give it back. That's interesting. Interesting point of view she has. An interesting point of view I have. Not trying to define. Okay, then what else would be possible? What was possible here that I didn't even consider? I could have chosen something else. Did I ask a question? What energy was I being? Was I being aware of how I'll be received? Because you know it. You would have known it exactly there when you were going to hug her. Will you be received? If you were present. Does it make any sense? It will give you unlimited choice.
Totally. Thank you, Kamal. Totally. Yes. Being totally aware. Yes. That's.
Yeah. Receiving is not what comes to me and stops here. It is what is available. Step into all of it. Receive it all. Good, bad, and the ugly. Now what is possible? Every point of view, interesting point of view. Actually, this changes your whole reality. Suddenly the energy changes. इतनी गुस्सा हो रहा होता है ये वो suddenly interesting point of view. I have this point of view. 4-5 बार बोलो जैसे वो दूध से झग हो जाती है ना, वैसे वो गैस बंद हो जाती है. नहीं तो गैस उबलती रहती है और वो बॉयल होता रहता है, वो सड़ता रहता है, वो बर्न होता रहता है और आप भी बर्न होते रहते हो.
Kanwal, I'm getting the energy, thanks for Jadu ki Jappi, that each one of us can give ourselves and to everyone present right now at the count of 3. Could it,
Yes.
I mean, is it okay?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's give a
ourselves
Jadu.
Jappi. Every time you want a Jappi from somebody, give yourself a Jappi. Everything you've decided you can't receive becomes something that you destroy your future with, your life with, your being with. You can receive everything. First, receive you with open arms. Just because you can and just because it's fun. लोगों ने कभी अपने आप को जप्पी नहीं दी होती. मेरे साथ कितनी बार हुआ है. वो कहते हैं हमने तो अपने आप को कभी जप्पी नहीं दी. You're not willing to receive yourself. How can you expect somebody to receive you? We can't sit with ourselves for 5 minutes. We want to do ये कुछ कर लूं, फोन कर लूं, कुछ उठ जाऊं. Just be with yourself for a moment. You can't be. How do you expect people to be with you?
Can I say something here?
Yes,
Kanwal?
please go for it.
Yeah, so I have a few people during whatever facilitation or during a talk who cannot see their own body in the mirror. That's a beautiful test, actually.
Yeah.
ऐसे लगता है it's narcissism, ऐसे लगता है हो गंदा, whatever. That's those are judgments. I don't care. But if you stand nude in front of the mirror and
In front of
observe
you. That's in front of you.
Yeah, that's it, right in front of your and observe your inner chatter. If you cannot accept or be in allowance of your own body, or अगर judgments आती है आने दो, pod and walk करते रहो. It's such a gorgeous example. I couldn't look at my body, always found, I mean, I looked at it and I found judgments, but it's okay. You keep on pouring talking and then see the beauty underneath it, Agar hum apne body, you've chosen to come to this planet with a body. Okay? Embodiment. अगर तुम उसी को ही नहीं allowance में हो तो फिर बाकी का क्या होगा?
And you have chosen this body.
Yeah, and you've chosen this body. Big deal. क्या perfection? किसके साथ compare कर रहे हो? किसके साथ कौन से point of views को इतना fix बना रहे हो कि 38, 24, 36, that messed reality को जाने दो. If it's there, I thank it because of that. Now you not because अगर वो है, acknowledge that okay, this all is going on. Be honest, brutally honest, and then walk in, and then choose. Just tell your body, I love you just as you are. I'd like it to be a little thoda sa patlu here and there. Tell me, would you like to be that? Would you like to be that? If not, then and all that. I mean, you can have your own inner chatter.
Yeah. Rather than having the inner chatter you already have.
Yes.
Replace it.
That's correct.
Replace that inner chatter. Okay, guys, any questions? We have 4 minutes. We've been talking,
Merry
talking,
Christmas,
and now
everyone.
4 minutes you have for any burning desires to talk about. Nobody.
Let's be the Santa we are to ourselves. Today is Christmas.
I know.
Actually, Kamal ने सुबह मुझे उठते ही she said Merry Christmas, and I am like so grateful for this call. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
It was
No,
truly a gift.
anything you're not comfortable in perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving, what is it creating? Dis-ease. It's running in your head. It's ulcer de rahi hai wo. These dis-eases are also what starts to create problems in your body. So what, at that moment, you need to choose ease if you don't want cancer, if you don't want ulcers. At that moment, nip the evil in the bud. At that moment, when your head starts moving, at that moment, that is the moment is your interesting point of view. I have this point of view. If you don't have total ease with everything and you're not willing to receive everything, you're creating disease in your body, in your being, in your reality. Money goes away. Your body doesn't look good. Nobody likes to be at ease. Nobody likes to be not at ease. And you're choosing that. You physically actualize the disease, not knowing it. It's really fearful. It's really, if you remember that anything that comes up and takes your ease away from you, takes your being away from you, out, bye-bye. No, I don't want it. I am joy. I'm going to choose joy, no matter what. No matter what. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to choose you, no matter what? Give yourself a hug at that time. I love you. Nobody loves me. Never mind. I love you. No matter what.
ये देख लो, दिख रहा है?
Ah, so sweet. ये कहाँ से आया?
ये
बच्चा
मेरा नहीं, मैंने बनाया ना, अभी साथ साथ बात करते थे।
बनाया है?
मतलब ये सब सेट कर दिया है, कॉर्नर।
अच्छा, लेके आई थी बाजार से. I've got so many caps lying in my car. I keep giving it to children who will find on the road. Oh, that's beautiful.
नहीं, ये सामान पड़ा रहता है, आई कीप इट, फिर संभाल देती हूँ, फिर अगले साल.
Take a picture and put it in the group. Yes, Fiza.
Thank you so much, Kanwal. Now I realize why I got sore throat.
What you don't want to say, what you hold on in your in your halak.
जो सब फंसी पड़ी थी वो सब निकल रही है बाहर.
Yeah, nikal bahar फेंक. You
can
can picture the person and as energetically tell that person what you want to say. Put the person in the mirror and tell them what they want. You don't have to say it to them. You can send the energy.
No, it's a great awakening. Seriously, I am on this call for a reason. And thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Your insights helped me to unleash so many things which was bothering me and which is creating this fever and sore throat. And thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate
being here.
Thank you so much.
Today's call actually, was bomb of the call, and beautiful.
And you started it. You started asking the question.
और देखिए मेरी आवाज पहले से बहुत बेहतर हुई है, वरना अटकी पड़ी थी.
Yeah, that's why I say please ask questions. One person asks question and so many receive from it. So when you're not asking a question, you're not receiving. When you're not asking a
Absolutely.
question, you're being stingy, you're being selfish. You don't want others to get from it. So please, even if there's no small question, there's no irrelevant question, there's no stupid question, ask. Yes, Neera.
Yeah. नहीं, thank you so much, Kanwal. And also, bits and parts में याद आ रहा है body के बारे में कि everything we do for the body. The money bit is for the body. The thoughts, feelings, emotions, wherever we are, whatever space, it's all for the body because we've chosen embodiment. तो अगर तुम अपने body को ही reject कर रहे हो, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever way, when we get all those clutter, you're emotionally rejecting your body. When you physically are you're judging it, you're rejecting. फिर पैसा कैसे आएगा तुम्हारे पास? तुम पैसा उस चीज के लिए मांग रहे हो जो तुम्हें चाहिए ही नहीं, जो तुम्हें फुल ऑफ जजमेंट्स उसको किया हुआ है. कैसे आएगा? कैसे लव, कैसे जॉय आएगा वहां जो तुमको जो चीज तुमको पसंद ही नहीं है उसके लिए पैसा मांग रहे हो? व्हाट्स द पॉइंट?
Not going to come.
Not good.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Thank you. Because आपको तो पैसा चाहिए नहीं है, पैसा तो बॉडी को चाहिए. बॉडी को सब कुछ चाहिए. आपको तो एज अ स्पिरिट यू डोंट नीड एनीथिंग, क्लोथ्स और ट्रैवलिंग और ईटिंग और एनीथिंग. बॉडी, you don't need a body. You've chosen a body and you're rejecting it. Yeah. All other modalities reject it, you know. They say soul, body is an evil, body आपको नहीं करने देती जो कुछ है. आप स्पिरिट तो पहुंच सकती है, बॉडी है जो होल्ड करती है. वो तुमने ही तो बॉडी ली है. You're the one who's taken it and come to this planet. You're the one who's embodied it. You're the one who's choosing to be in this beautiful place. You're the one who's chosen to be here. And you're rejecting what you've chosen yourself. That's what we do in everything. कुछ चीज खरीद के लाते हैं, we make ourselves wrong. कुछ मुंह से बोलते हैं, we make ourselves wrong. कुछ खाते हैं तो हम बोलते हैं ये क्यों खाना चाहिए, ये तो खाना नहीं चाहिए. I mean, हम लोग अपने आप से ड्रामा करते रहते हैं, अपने आप से झूठ बोलते रहते हैं. Recognize you have a body, you embodied it, and now you have to work in rhythm with, sync with your body. And how can you create greater? That is your power. Yes, Manisha.
थैंक यू सो मच. अभी कनेक्ट हो गई 8 बजे से उस टाइम. एक आध दिन बहुत ज्यादा भूख लगती है, बहुत खाती हूँ तो खुद को रॉन्ग बनाती हूँ. एक और दूसरे दिन नॉर्मल सी पे आती, नहीं दूसरे दिन नॉर्मल सी पे आती हूँ तो मतलब खुद को रॉन्ग बनाना इतना अच्छा लगता है ना. And that is blocking medicine. I know.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to come out of it. Thank you.
You're not trying to. You can't come out of it. Try word छोड़ दो. Try मतलब मैंने नहीं आना.
Yes.
मैं तो आ गई अब. इसके बाद अब universe, give universe the job. I employ you to remind me. Give body a job. I employ you to remind me. And every time you get a reminder, tick. I'm not choosing that. I'm not choosing that. Till it becomes you. Till you recognize that you are all beauty, you're all ease, you're all peace, you're all that you give adjectives to God, you have them all. Are you willing to claim, own, and
Thank
acknowledge?
you. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Neera. Can we stop the recording?
Yeah, stop the recording.